Yo, YouTube, what's going on? You already know who it is. Mr. No Introduction Needed. And in today's video, we are rocking out with another pro guy. And this time, we are showcasing the homie, Dallas. Now, I know there are a lot of guides out there on Dallas currently, but I think this might be a little bit different. So stay tuned here. And if you end up enjoying this, make sure you like, comment down below if it was useful, helpful. If not, let me know why it wasn't. Again, give me that good feedback and constructive criticism. I will take it wholeheartedly, and I would appreciate it so much. If you enjoy this or whatever, hit that sub button. I love you. Even if you don't hit it, I love you. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump in real quick. So the homie Dallas. Oh my goodness, Dallas. So first and foremost, everybody needs to know that Dallas is a recon specialist. Okay, he's a recon specialist. He is not a straightforward fragger. Who is a straightforward fragger? Scorch, Lancer, and in some cases Anvil. Okay, Dallas is not that. Okay, Dallas again is the recon specialist. Why? Because of his tactical ability and his passive ability that supports that. So if you don't know his tactical ability, he's kind of like Bloodhound. Okay, so he can go ahead and he can scan, and when he goes ahead and he scans, why it's not scanning right now, I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay, whatever. But he goes ahead and he scans, and when he scans, he highlights the nearest enemy combatant so the entire team can see them for, I believe, up to 10 seconds. I believe it's a 10-second window, something like that, from the time he snaps his finger and activates it. Again, he's a recon specialist. This means Dallas should not be in somebody's face like this. He should not. Now, I know his revolver can two-tap, but still, Dallas should be playing mostly, I would say, close mid to mid-range. He should be third person peeking every corner and take shots when he can, but mostly he should be gathering intel on the opposing enemies so that your fraggers like Lancer and Scorch or Anvil, players of that nature or characters of that nature, can do what they do best. And that doesn't mean that Dallas can't get his hands dirty. Of course he will. I mean, his passive perk is whenever you down somebody, it gives you your ability back. It gives you your tactical ability back so you can scan again and see where the next closest enemy is. And your team can find that person, sniff them out, and clap their cheeks. So yes, Dallas is meant to fight, but he is not a frontline fragger. So let's get that out the way right now. He is not a frontline fragger. Now, when we're talking Dallas, and we're talking about his perks, gadgets, anything of that nature that we need to be selecting, I would personally say padded steps is probably one of the first things we need, okay, to silence those footsteps when you ain't sprinting. So that way you can hold a corner, you can hold a peek, you can go ahead, snap, get that recon intel on where the closest enemy combatant may be, but yet you rely undetected as well. So I think that's probably the most important perk that Dallas should have right off the back, especially when you're using him in a competitive nature. Because again, these guys are directed towards the competitive players or sweaty players. Okay, like I'm saying, strikeout, no lives left, demolition, super sweaty rank, you name it. Like that's what I'm talking. So padded steps is the move. It is the move. Now gadgets, I'm pretty indifferent about. If you want to play a little bit more aggro, you want to go with the incendiary grenade. If you want to play a little bit more recon specialist, then we want to rock out with the EMP. Okay, we want to go ahead and get rid of those gadgets that may have been placed around the map. We want to get rid of anybody that can cause any disturbance, like goodness gracious, Ronin throwing her freaking butterfly knife explosion, or Vi throwing out her freaking poison disgusting stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to go ahead and nix that in the butt. EMP grenade is great for that. Again, perk selection, you can kind of go with what you want. You know, personally, I like bounce back as well, just because you are needed for recon. He's the only, other than Glitch, I would say, he's probably one of the only recon players in the game. So we need to keep him in the game. He's very important. He's a pillar of the team. We need him. So bounce back is very important. Make sure you're getting that health back. And padded steps is very important as well, to make sure you don't give away your location while finding out where the enemy combatants could be located. So let's talk about Dallas's weapons a little bit, okay? And I want you guys to know this. Dallas is a little bit different when it comes to his weaponry. Why? Because I personally believe his revolver is a viable weapon. It kind of acts as a primary. Why? Why does it act like a primary? When I'm within a 10-meter range, I can two-tap somebody to the head. Now, anything beyond 10 meters, it's not going to get it done. I mean, I would have double tapped for the head for 48. Okay. Still a sliver of health left. But still, within this 10-meter range, you can get it done. So I could be hiding right here. I can peek out. I can two-tap and I can knock somebody. That is extremely powerful. Nobody else in the game has the ability to do this with their sidearm. Now, those that run the machine pistols, yes, you know, yeah, okay. Those that run the regular pistols, they can 3-tap in some instances, I believe. Maybe it's a 4-tap. Don't quote me on that. But Dallas is the only cat that can 2-tap. So again, this sidearm can actually be ran as a primary. As a matter of fact, I've ran this revolver as a as a primary, and I got 30 elims with it. You know what I'm saying? So it is viable, and I'm not the best player by any means. It is viable, okay? So know that. Now, outside of that, Dallas's primary weapons, the HRM30KS and the Devotion, to me, this is kind of like a pick your poison, okay? Why do I say that? I'm not really the biggest fan of either of these, and I think this is probably Dallas's downfall a little bit, because this HRM has a very slow fire rate in my opinion, and the Devotion, if you do not line up those headshots, it can be a little bit goofy. So I'm gonna show you guys the Devotion DMR real quick, okay? Single fire, lever action, DMR. So that's nice, right? You know, if I can hit my shots, okay? The dope thing about this though is if you guys see at 30 meters, I can still crit somebody for 71. At 40 meters, it drops to 61, right? But it's still a 2-tap crit. So that's what makes the Devotion powerful. And if you're running Dallas more so in that mid-range combat and even mid to long range, just getting recon info, and you're mostly holding this peak corner right here, and you're only taking shots whenever somebody runs down the alleyway, the Devotion is probably the way to go, okay? Now, if you're playing more so that close to mid-range, then you probably want to rock with the HRM, because when you're in that 10-meter range right here, you can 3-tap to the head, okay? 20-meter range we're talking, you can still 3-tap to the head. 4-tap at 30 meters, and then I assume 4-tap. Yeah, 4-tap, of course, all crits at 40 meters. And beyond? No, not and beyond, just at 40 meters, okay? So, again, if you're playing more so that close to mid-range, you want to rock with the HRM. Because, again, it's automatic, a little bit of a slow fire rate, but, of course, it gets the job done in the close to medium range. Again, Devotion, more so that mid-range, almost mid to long range. And again, remember, I'm not rocking these out upgraded at all. When you go ahead and you upgrade the HRM, you increase the damage range, hit fire accuracy, suppress firing, and you reduce the recoil. So you can hit fire this baby a little bit better. And for the Devotion, I'm not sure why the third upgrade is nullifying damage fall off. You don't get much anyway, but it is what it is. You can increase the mag and reload speed and also increase bullet penetration, which can be incredible. Will allow you to get some collats on people as well. So take note of that. Again, for me, I'm like pick your poison in this regard. It depends on your play style and how you're trying to really play Dallas. And I would say probably the most important point that I will make with Dallas is this. Do not be afraid to hold angles, hold choke points, anything of that nature. Do not be afraid to hold the third person peek with Dallas. Because remember, Dallas is not a straight fragger. He is not. Dallas is meant to collect information on the opposition, take some shots when he needs to, clean up people when he needs to, and that's that. Okay, so if I'm sitting here and I'm holding this angle, don't be afraid to sit here and hold it and take shots when you need to. Because when you do take shots, again, the HRM is heavy hitting, the Devotion is heavy hitting. When you take shots and you hit those shots, you can clean people up, no doubt about it. You can get 2-3 knocks easily. No doubt about it. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that you can do that, okay? But Dallas, again, recon specialist, he's meant to sit here and to hold and to find out where people are. And that's where you allow your fraggers to take over, the Scorch and the Lancers of the game. But Dallas can't get his hands dirty as well. So remember that. The cool thing about Dallas is he can be played a multitude of ways. And that's honestly depending on the person that plays Dallas. Play him in that close to mid-range, rock the HRM, frag out. Play him in that mid or mid to long range, rock the Devotion, still frag out. Get information on the enemies, snap the finger, down somebody, go ahead, snap the finger again, find the next person, keep clapping, rinse and repeat. You got yourself a W with Dallas. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the Dallas Pro Guide. Let me know if you guys learned anything down in the comments below. Again, feedback is welcome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Until then, we out. Peace.